Sorry, I'm slightly late. I got a crazy notification saying that something wasn't secure or something, but here we are. So, and we're supposed to have a tween or teen training with us tonight, but I don't see another person in here yet. So just know that we might have a guest. Okay. All right. Okay, expand. Once more. All right, let's bow in. Shomani. Right. Right. お願いします。Toes. I stretch up through the crown of the head and turn. Other side. Leaning back, same thing. Other side. Towards the toes again. Right head, legs wide. Toes. My other side. Right down the center. Hey, and back. Open the chest. Other side. Feet together. Listen them up. Right there. Draw your center towards your feet. Right, open the rib cage. And turn. Other side. And turn. All right, and turn the ankles. Other way. And alternate. All right, stretch the toes. Other way. And lengthen them. And widen them. Right, massage. Right, out. Other foot. Other way. And alternate. Right, bend the toes. Other way. And lengthen them. Widen them. Right, massage. Right, counting. Take out. Right on your stomach. Rise up. Side. Other side. Child's pose. To the side. Other side. Shoulder down. Other shoulder. Roll the arm. And roll the arm. Right, up onto the toes. Like that, standing up. And circle the knees. Other way. And alternate. Right, bend them. Touch toes. Bend them again. Touch toes. Toes out, knees out. Up again. And legs wide. Drop a shoulder. Other shoulder. Alternate. All the way down. Other side. To the center. Drop a shoulder. Other shoulder. Alternate. Drop the hips. And stretch the knees outward. Right, just scoop it up. And again, push it up to the ceiling. And again. Circles with the head. And other way. Side to side. The video is frozen. Your video from what? From my side. Well, I'll keep going in case you're there and can see me. Nope. Nobody there. All right, now it's just me and YouTube, I guess. YouTubers, if there's anybody there, first of all, why are you there? You should be with me on Zoom. So YouTubers, there's a link in the chat and there's a link in the description to get the Zoom info. So here comes Ben back again, but you should be here too. Not just him, not just them. Great. Okay, let's roll the arm. Other one. And then this one that I've come to love. Other side. Again. And again. Right. Circle the shoulders. Feet straight, balls of the feet and the heels, balls and the heels. Side to side. Okay, and then other hand. And then from below upward. Other hand. And kotegaishi. Other hand. Sankyo. Other hand. And ease. Other hand. Other hand again. And other hand. Shake it out. Make sure that you let your shoulders get shaken out as well. One more. All right, rowing exercise. Left foot forward by 4 lengths. Shoulders up, back, down. All right, this time right foot forward, left foot 65 degrees. Shoulders up, back, down. Ayo, 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 ayo. Inhale. Again. All right. Let's go way back in time and get our shoto. Yep. Yeah, let's do it this way. Hey. All right. So let's just go back through A, B, and C. And it occurred to me we haven't done kotegaishi in a million years. So we'll see if we find something more interesting and exciting and digress along the way. We may or may not get to kotegaishi, but that's the direction I'm going in so far. So anyway, shoulders up, back and down, and right foot forward, and shoto in the right hand. I'm going for A at first. So and sorry, A, and we're going to do it in the image of Shihonage to start with, like we've done before. Seigangamai. Step forward, pivot, switch hands, cut. Yep. Left foot forward. Step and tenshin. Seigangamai. Forward, switch hands, and cut. Couple more of those. Continue, please. Yes, one more. Great. Okay, then let's move on to B. Shoulders up, back, and down. And yeah, we'll do B in the image of Shihonage as well. So, Tenkon, front leg comes back as we go into Seigan. Pivot out of Seigan, out of shoulder body, and then into Hamne body on the cut. Left foot forward, shoulders up, back and down. Yeah. Very nice. Looks good. I'm going to do a couple more with you, and then I'll watch closer. Yes, nice. Yes. Continue. Very nice. One more. Yes, beautiful. And then C pattern. Right foot, right hand, shoulders up, back and down. Other side. Yeah, beautiful. Continue. Yes. Okay. So then let's see if we can incorporate some movements for kotegaishi. And we'll think of it first, I believe, as ura. So let's start off with a step and tongue. This cut. Yes, exactly, ura. So then this front foot is coming back. So it's B pattern. Oh yeah, it's exactly. Boy, good review. I've forgotten that part. So let me articulate better. Left foot forward and sword in the left hand. Step and tenkang. And then seigan gamai and the forward foot back. And then we just continue turning, but instead of taking the sword over here and switching it, we leave it right here, and then we fold the wrist. Yeah. Let's do it again. Right foot forward, step with left, cut, bring that in, and here. Let me do it again and envision a human this time. It's just so funny. I mean, I've been doing this almost 40 years, and Zoom is, as much as it's just not as fun for me as being in the dojo, still it blows my mind sometimes. So I'm having a mind-blowing moment, actually. So left foot forward, and step. Oh, same side, isn't it? Back, and then here. Yeah. Right foot forward, step and tenkang. Forward foot comes back and fold. Okay, let's do two more. This time I'll start with the right foot. I kind of neglected you because my mind was getting blown there, so I forgot to even watch really very well. So step and tenkang. Front foot steps back and seigan. And then we turn our body. Okay, so let me articulate it better now. Maybe I'll do it from the side as well. So right foot forward. So up to here, it's the same as when we did B. And it's still the same as B. And now the body, everything is the same as when we did B for Shihonage, but the hands are a little different. So now this hand would be resting on my partner's wrist. It would be from here already, actually. At the end of the cut, I rest this hand on my partner's wrist. I bring the front leg back to seigan gamai. And then I fold the wrist as I pivot. And I'll do it with the other side as well. So if there were a joint in the shoto, it would be even more clear, even easier. But anyway, here and tenkang. Then front foot comes back and seigan. And then we turn here. Normally for Shihonage, we took the shoto up here. But for kotegaishi, we just put it here. Fold over. This is their hand. This is their wrist. So I'm folding it at their, here. Yeah. So we need a special shoto that has a joint in it that can do that. Yeah. So my shoto is representing, I'm using the shoto to represent the hand. And I'm imagining that my hand is resting right here, my other hand. So I'm resting my hand on their wrist and then folding their hand back over their wrist. This feeling, this image. So here, and I'll show it from the side a couple more times. The right foot forward, step and tenkan. Front foot comes back, and this free hand rests on the wrist. And then you stay there but pivot and fold their hand. I'll do left foot forwards, still side view. Then I'll give you front view again or back, who knows. Okay, and I'll do it from the front this time. And I'll do it again. Yeah, I'll talk my way through it a little bit more this time. So they come in, we do tenkan. Already, this free hand goes to their wrist, rests on the wrist. So my partner's over here, here's the wrist. I step back, still have my hand on the wrist, and now suddenly my shoto turns into a hand, their hand. I turn and kind of fold their hand over. All right, and in case it's helpful, I'll give you a view going this way. So left foot forward, shoto on the left hand, step and tenkan. My hand lands on their wrist right at the beginning. Step back again. Now it's their hand. And I'll give you the other view too, and then I'll show the ukemi. Right foot, right hand, step and tenkan. Free hand already lands on the wrist. And this one steps back, just like we did before for shihonage. And I fold the wrist as a pivot. And then the ukemi, let's see. I could do a wrist grab or I could do shomen. I think shomen makes more sense because they're cutting also. So I come in and they cut and come over here. They do tenkan this way. Now we're both facing this way. Their hand lands on my wrist with their whole soul behind it, so it's heavy. They weigh me down. And then they continue going backward and they fold my hand over like this. I'll show it from the other side. They take shomen, but they come in and do tenkan. They land their right hand. This is my left hand, so their near hand lands here on my wrist. And then they keep turning and going backward and folding my hand over. And I can show it from the side as well. I cut, they do tenkan over here. Their left hand lands on my right wrist. And then they keep going and turn my wrist. And I'll do it with the other hand now. I attack, they do tenkan. The right hand lands on my left wrist. They continue turning and they fold my arm over. And a really interesting memory, when I trained with Ashizawa Sensei, the first time this technique, I was like 27 years old or something in Japan, a lot of fire. And Ashizawa-san was this tiny woman, but she trained way back in the old days when, like for Shihonage, people would give you a jab in the ribs and stuff. She trained with those kinds of people. And man, oh man, she would come down on this. She'd take a huge step back with this foot. Bam, like this. And so, yeah. So when you took ukemi from her, she lands here, puts the weight on. Then she takes that front foot back so far and so fast. And so you have to come around here. And boy, you better take a break fall over your forearm. There's no time to do a backward fall with that. So anyway, let's do a little bit more of nage, the nage side of this, where we started with it. So right foot forward, and the right hand is holding the shoto. So tenkang, just settling here. Now take this front foot back and pivot your body. Yeah, your partner's fingers are here. Yes, like this, like a windshield wiper. Like a windshield wiper going right past you. Yeah, it looks like your windshield wiper is kind of not meeting the windshield, maybe. So let it go vertical, almost like it's going to hit you in the nose. Yeah. Done. Yes. Yeah. It's exactly like a windshield wiper. Yes. Yep. The only difference is that a car doesn't twist when windshield wipers go. Windshield wipers go like that with the car, or like this. And then the difference is that we turn our body as the windshield wiper goes. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's do a few more. Left foot forward, left hand holding the shoto. 8. Yes. Nice. Okay, now I can see what's going on. That something looked a little bit funny to me. So here's what it is. You've taken some classes with Numata Sensei now, so I keep meaning to get a yoga mat and do all the tape and everything, but you remember all his lines that are actually so helpful. So here, and probably like the 45-degree line or 35-degree line. Even though your body's turning, it doesn't have to go over here. It folds on this line here. Oh, I'm so close to the camera, aren't I? Okay, so my hand is weighing down their wrist, really weighing down their center via their wrist. I switch this front foot, I bring this front foot back. Here are their fingers. I turn, fold their hand. I turn all this way, but I don't take it around me. Yeah, so this, if I were to lay it down, would go right on one of those lines. Okay, let's do this. Okay, there's my center line. And you can imagine if we're an X, because you've seen it with Numata Sensei's, right? So imagine, well, actually, okay, so I got a little bit more of my X here. Okay, but if this, imagine this extending, this here, but this is the one that I'm going to work with anyway. Yeah. Do I have the correct footing? Yeah, I think so. Here and Tenkong. And then I step back and here. Not over to here. Oh, wait a minute. I did it differently, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Hand is here on their wrist. Then I step and here. Yeah. Okay. But the couple that I looked at that you did, as you turned, you took this over to this side here. So keep this on this line here. And as you turn, goes here. Okay, makes sense? Yes. Let me see. Just a straight windshield wiper. And then one more time. Put the tip of the sword over there. Other side of the screen. Yeah. Huh. Sorry, maybe not, maybe not. And see, I'm not getting the full picture either because you're in your small room. Sorry, can I ask you to do it one more time? And this time, back as far as you can. I think you already are. And small steps as you possibly can. But when we get back into the dojo, you know, I'll ask you to move bigger, bigger, bigger. But anyway, this is the exception. Okay. Yes, good. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's the camera, but it seems like it's going over to the side too far. So you're here, and then you're here, and here. There you go. Yeah, before it looked like it was coming all the way over here or something. So that looks better. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, kind of past the toe of this new forward foot. Yeah. Okay, so freeze there for a moment and see if your shoto is tracing a line that does not intersect with your front foot. It goes a little bit in front of your front foot, yeah? At a diagonal out towards the tip, yeah? Okay, then we're good. Mystery solved. Let me check the time. Continue, please. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Yeah, that looks good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, then one more thing to add to it. one of the biggest hurdles, biggest challenges of kotegaishi is here. First of all, like everything else, on the way in, people try to block and do this and do that. But really, we just have to come in, open up, and go as straight as possible in. So come in. And then the second challenge is that people oftentimes want to do something to the partner's wrist rather than break their balance and have an impact on the partner's center. So immediately when we arrive, we want to arrive with our hand landing on the wrist. And as I said earlier, we want to kind of land in their center, land on their tanden, and by way of the wrist. And so, especially in the beginning stages, I mean, you never saw any knees bending or anything from Takeda Shihan or Yamaguchi Sensei, but in the beginning stages, like up to 6th dan, we have to bend our knees and imagine sinking down and rooting ourselves. So as soon as that hand lands on the wrist, we sink into it as well. Sink into our own roots, and we imagine sinking into their center via their wrist, if that makes any sense. So we enter Tenkan, and actually literally bend your knees. See if you can lower yourself. Then stay low. Take the front leg back. Turn, same as what you've been working on. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Okay. And sink into their center. Front leg back. Pivot. Fold the wrist. Yeah. Great. Couple more. Step. Then kind of sink. Front leg back. Fold the wrist. Mm-hmm. And if you keep this image of simply folding the person's wrist as you turn, it'll really serve you well. So we're just folding the wrist like this as we turn. And people always we try to manhandle our partner no matter what, all the time, every technique. That's what we want to do. But in this one, that mentality manifests itself in people grabbing really tight and squeezing, and thereby setting off the alarms in the partner. If somebody suddenly, when somebody aggressively shakes your hand, like to show you that they're in charge of the business meeting or whatever, same thing, like this makes people resist it. So even if the hand is open, in fact, I think every time that I've taken ukemi for this, for somebody really good, I think their hand was always open. So we just want to fold this over. We don't want to destroy it. And interestingly, it's so much more effective that way. So heaviness upon arrival, and then folding at the end. Those are the two main points to keep in mind now. Nice. Heavy. Yeah. Excellent. Continue. Yes. Yeah. Nice. One more. Yes. And then one more. And see if you can do that sinking down upon arrival. So, and then go. You've got the components. Now you can string them together a little bit more. Yeah. Whoa, nice. Yes. Wow. Other side. More of the same. Yes. Yes. Interestingly, I think you moved bigger when you did that too, which is a good thing. It's not the greatest thing for a small room and Zoom and all that, but it's great to see that that was the natural tendency. So, okay, time again. Let's see. Okay. Let's transition. Oh, no. That's a great reminder. Before that last improvement, one other thing that caught my eye that would be good to improve upon. I caught myself doing it, and then I saw it in you too. When we fold over that wrist, it's very, very common, natural to close the chest. Let's not. Let's try it a few times through so we can correct our muscle memory on that. Go when you're ready. Feels better too. Nice. Yep. Nice. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Great. Okay. Let's wrap up the Shoto work there. じゃあ、ありがとうございました。All right, let's put them away. And let's get the Joe. Last few classes, we haven't had a chance to let this roll on our forearms. So, a bit of contact. And especially when it's here at your wrists and forearms, you can imagine that that's human contact. And let's go back to what Numata Sensei was saying the other night, where we feel the heaviness. Imagine it to be, especially when it's down here on your forearms and wrist, imagine it to be heavier than it is even. But with the heaviness, we let the heaviness impact our bend in our knees and our center. Make sure that when you imagine it to be heavy, you don't do this kind of heavy where people throw their back out. So this kind of heaviness where it just takes you into the ground in a still aligned and healthy way. Nice. Coordinate your breath. When the hands go up, we inhale. When they go down, we exhale. Let's sit down with it. And continue, same idea. Okay, let's set the jaw aside. Right. Up the center. Expand down horizontal. Press it into your thumb down. Again. And this time big, complete. And now on the way down, compress into your tongue. Again. And you can even tighten your abs as well. Really get the feeling of compression here. Again, last one. Expand. And this time the expansion becomes compression. All right, let's bow out. Shomani. Te.はい。ありがとうございました。Nice. All right. Feel free to unmute.
Sorry about when I got kicked out. My computer decided to update at the worst time.
Wow. Yeah, that's why I don't have you on the big screen also, because my other laptop, I use two laptops when I do that, and it decided to update as well. So
yeah, must have been a big one.
yeah. Yeah, and I thought, better tonight than on Saturday. Like Saturday so
Yes.
far, we've got a bunch of people, so I really am going to need that screen. Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Kimberly Sensei has something like 10 or 12 people signed up already. And then with the dojo registration, Thomas Sensei did the dojo registration. I think he's got like 3 to 5 or something. And then there's probably like 10 more or something from all over the globe, literally.
That's great.
So, yeah,
it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, well, thank you. That was really interesting. I think it's been months since I even thought about kotegaishi.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Cool. Nice. All right. Anything else?
No, all good here.
Okay, cool. Yeah. It's really amazing to watch your progression. If somebody had asked me before the pandemic, what benefit training online had, I would be like, what? But boy, watching you, Matt Sensei, and John Sensei are the most consistent. And it's just like in-person training, that consistency really shows. So it's really going to serve you well when we get back to training together in person.
Yeah,
And it's probably already serving you well. So the posture and everything looks beautiful.
definitely.
So
Already feeling improvements day to day, but yeah, I was
nice.
curious how well this would all translate to when we get back into the dojo, and I do feel like it probably will a little bit. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Were you at that class? I don't think that you were there that day, but I'm not positive. Sarah, one day, uh, when I said, let's introduce ourselves, actually, you might have been there. And she said, I'm Sarah, I'm from the Netherlands, and I've been training in these online classes for a while. And she said something like, in the Netherlands, we opened the dojos again for a short time. And I got to try some of this stuff, and I noticed that it really did help in my in-person training. Were you
Yeah.
there when she said that?
I don't
Yeah.
recall if I was there specifically, but I do remember you were saying specifically with oh gosh, I forgot its name, but that
Nikyo?
Nikio, yeah.
Nikyo.
I think
Yeah.
she mentioned,
Yeah.
or you might have told me that she said that helped with it specifically, and I could see why, because
You know what? Yeah. It's really clear, isn't it? Actually, now that you mention it, she said that to me one time specifically, and then she said this other thing more general another time. I think it was the inauguration day when we had our kampai afterwards or something, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah, she said it, and I got the sense that it was not that it was no longer limited to just like it really helped me with Nikkyo. It sounded like it was broader.
oh, good.
So at least that's how I'm going to think of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you go and look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. I look forward to seeing you then too.
All right.